Okay, I am going to real quickly double check that I have my audio at a reasonable level for the music. It's a little loud on my end, so I'm gonna go and adjust that real quick. Okay, I think that should be good, and then I'll just open up that. Bring back my display, and ta-da! Oh, my cat is kind of big on the screen, hold on. Well, he's actually kind of just in the way. I overassumed how... For some reason, my OBS display is weird, so it's fine, but it's a little funny. Alright, and we are officially in business. It has been a hot minute since I've done an actual, art stream, so this is gonna be fun. Alright. I think for a moment I'm gonna try and design a DBH Nikko. Which might be annoying, might be fun, who knows. I forgot, I have my stream deck set to my keyboard, set to my streaming version. I have a version of my stream deck that I've been using specifically for art, which has my usual, shortcuts in it. So, I'm just like, oh yeah, let me Rachel, wait a minute. I don't have my undo over there now. It's been a hot minute, though. Maybe because I don't find myself to be the best at doing art streams. I find it hard to chat while I doodle sometimes, but, you know. And, I'm gonna be making him human because, well, that's... DBH doesn't really have feline androids, so I'm just gonna design a human version. Which is fine by me. I'm not a stickler for canon. Hee. I can probably condense my setup a little more and bring my microphone closer. Oh, my microphone has fallen backwards slightly. Earlier today, I had to deal with some financial information stuff for a scholarship I've been working to get, which has been... It's been aight. But, you know. That's very small. Okay, let me just... Give me that. Boink. Kind of a fun fact. IRL, I actually don't have I don't have too wide of eyes, or at least I don't think I do. Honestly, I would say that my eyes lean to be a little on the thinner side. Maybe it's just because I have really heavy monolids IRL, though. That's the main thing with me IRL. I've got some really heavy monolids. I think it's monolids, at least. Oh, that's too exaggerated. Oh, what kind of pose am I looking for? Probably more like... Cage. Shoulder might be a little too wide, but that's fine. We ball with it. Okay, let me just... I'm gonna search one thing, so... Android models... So I want to see... I know that the AX series are considered, No, I don't... Fuck off. Y'all need to see my own information. I know that the our AX series appears to be police robots. I think whatever Ralph is, he appears to be like a public service worker. I think he's one of the PL series. So I think PL is public service. The RKs, I'm pretty sure those are prototypes. I know that I think anything starting with an A is like home service. What the fuck is B? Oh, these are partners. Yeah, these are like your partners. And obviously, we've got your Tracy's. I think. What are these guys? Yeah. Can you just tell me what the fuck is going on here? Oh, naming. Oh, mama. Letter. Okay, I think I can just make up some bullshit. I don't think there's actually any, like, consistency. I think the W's are workers. Oh yeah, R 600. Yeah, I think this is what Ralph was. Yeah, okay, so I don't know exactly if there's a pattern to this, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess. It's random bullshit go. It's named on vibes, so I've just gotta... What the hell would I want, actually? If for an Android number assignment, I mean, I could do something in reference to my model. Probably will be a 400 then, so something 400. I'm inclined to say RK because I like the idea of the prototype thing, but that feels a little on the nose. Plus, I'd put him right between Connor and Marcus, because I think Marcus is an RK 100. I mean, I'll stick with it. Sure. But I think the RK series is meant to be mostly prototypes. Alright, let's see here. I might later pull up Connor for uniform reference. He has the most clear version of his. Funny thing about my art style is that it's like very clearly different than anything that you would see from DBH. As you're getting a more realistic version, I have a persona I use off this channel. That hairline is way too fucking high, bro. And I'm just gonna kind of be more or less referencing that version as I do this here. I forgot it does have to be styled in a way to keep that LED pretty obvious. That's gonna have some problems. Okay, I'll just move that LED elsewhere, because that's not gonna work. Not having a bald spot. Generally, I could probably put the LED onto the side somewhere. I don't think it's on the right side now, but that's fine. That is fine by me. Oh, Legion sent me a fucking message? Hold on. What the hell is he sending me? me Stinky again, with more aggression than usual. Sir, I'm streaming. Legion, everybody! He will always find a way to fuck with me. Oh shit, my bad! I mean, there isn't anyone in chat to begin with. Oh, what the fuck? Bro just cheesed my chat. That's disrespectful. I just remembered about something. Thanks to whoever Olamate Keith is for following me. Followed offline, so I'm not gonna dwell on it too much, because I know that's usually, I don't want to be physically acknowledged. Which mood. But thanks for the follow nonetheless. Given you're vibing. Luck to the bullshit. Sorry for your files. There's no one in chat anyways. Me, myself, and insanity. Did I add a bleh? Did I make it a bleh? Yeah, that feels like a bit much. I'm gonna adjust the positioning of the body here a little bit. I want to make the legs go out a little bit more, just downward. So. Also, I got some kinesiology tape over since I last streamed, and I tried it on last night, and it's comfy. I'll say that for sure. It's kind of hard to do binding with any form of tape when you're like a D or higher. I'm a double D for reference, but it's actually kind of working. I mean, I'm not wearing a compression top and it's holding up the boys right now, so I don't like the wink right now. Get voided. Get into the void. Well. Alright, so let me just... Oh, that looks fucking weird. Oh. After I doodle out a design for this, I'm gonna just do a bunch of random other DBH doodles and maybe a few VTuber doodles. Do you feel bonita? Yeah, that does look a little weird. I think I just made it a little too short. So, you know what that means? Yoink. I love Krita. I'm so happy that this is a free use software. Because it's good. That was safe. Well, you know, I gotta check something. What does that actually send me to when I try to save it? Oh, okay. So it just sends me to the art. I'm just gonna get that saved real quick. Yeah, I just realized, oh wait, I didn't check where that sends me when I'm trying to save stuff. Good, it doesn't send me anywhere y'all ain't meant to see. Earlier I downloaded some stuff that has, like, genuinely important information that you guys shouldn't see, so I probably should have dealt with that before stream, but, you know, hindsight is 20/20, and I'm stupid. Well, actually, hindsight is 2020, and I have thick-ass glasses. So... Okay, uniform stuff. I'm gonna take a handful of inspiration from Connor's, probably, because I actually kind of like his. But should I do something like a little more waiter-ish? Gotta decide what the fuck this creature's purpose would be. I'm leaning towards companionship or something, but it is also like a weird creature. Maybe I could just straight up make an ex-detective android. Fall on the line of Connor's bullshit. Good, doesn't mean I should. Debatable. Or something a little more an inspiration. Or well, more fucking what the hell is it called again? Osaka? No, not Osaka. Whatever. It's Oji. Oji is what I'm thinking of. Oji. Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that wearing anything even slightly feminine makes me terribly dysphoric, I would wear Oji. When I say Oji, I also do specifically mean Oji. Oji. I probably say it kind of funny. Whenever I'm saying Japanese words, my brain slips into the way I actually speak Japanese when I'm practicing. Which can be, it sounds a little racist, probably, knowing me. I'm a white boy, so... I don't think the fly is needed. I do love this style of pants, at least. Like, very... It's like both flowy and not at the same time, and I love it. So, I think then I'll do a, like, tucked-in jacket kind of thing. I'll probably done that more. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, yeah, I'm vibing with it. Cyberlife really seems to like this, like, angular design on them, so I'll do that. Fuck-ass triangle. And then, where could I slap the RK 400? Usually it'd be on the other side of something like this, but considering it's so open. Maybe I can close it a little bit more, probably. Then that would give me a okay-ish amount of space to work with. Good enough. Yeah, I work with that. I can work with that. Realizing just because I always design myself like very squishy and cute, it looks like I've just made a femboy detective. Oh no. I am a normal human being. Yep. I mean, I'm actually literally just an android, so I don't know why the fuck I'm saying normal human being like that will be bought. Funny enough, I actually can work with this because my current model also has a tie. You can't see it on this version of his design, but he does have a black tie. Actually, if you look at some of the art I recently posted to my Blue Sky, you can see him without his jacket, which is kind of where you can actually see the damn thing. A couple buttons. I'll at least indulge the idea of the chest here. Yeah, I'll definitely say that. I actually kind of love the pattern Connor's tie has. It's a Cyberlife thing and all that, but also like it's a nice pattern. I'll give them that. Cyberlife knows to design their shit. And let's add some color. He is very cute. Okay, I at least did that very well. I felt I never added any of his like sleeve on this side. Yeah, sure. You only get one sleeve. Okay, buddy. I think designing a Cyberlife character, bard character, not, yeah, Cyberlife, is that they are very symmetrical in their designs. In case you have not looked at my model anytime recently, take a good look at him right now. And tell me how much symmetry this bastard has. Take one good look at him. The answer should be none. This bitch is pretty asymmetrical. So transferring that personality into a design concept that relies pretty hard on its symmetry is fun. Also, that's way too yellow. Orange, my boy. Alright, that's about right. And then I'll get a very light-ish blue. Side note, something I love whenever I'm looking at, like, Detroit Become Human art is when people actively make the androids, like, blush blue. Because Therium is blue, so if they were to replicate how blushing looks, it would be blue. But I think also I wouldn't be surprised if most people assume, like, because it's meant to be, hyper-human looking androids and stuff, if the blush that they make is still red for some reason. Don't like that. Don't like that. Are there any other blurring tools where additional erasers? Oh, my favorites. Nope, that's wrong. You know, that's the least offensive I found. That is just the least offensive I found. And then I'll take this. Drink it. Beep. Okay, I actually hate how that looks. Okay, 1 minute. Nope. I think I'm just gonna quickly turn this to black and just Add the tiniest little :3 to him. Tiniest little :3 to him. Probably just in general erase a lot of these lines. Now that I think about it. Polite fella. He won't hurt you. Say knowing damn well that almost every version of this and deviancy I've made is just always mildly hostile. I think that's pretty cute. He's adorable. If anyone doesn't think he's adorable, I'm throwing them out a window. Alright. Now to figure out outfit stuff. Probably want to make that a white. That is very much light. Just take like this corner. Yeah, that's good. Good shit. Cyberlife's whole design language is very much like blue-toned grays. So at least that makes the color palette choice easy. I think I can get away with doing black for the pants if I make this darker tone. If I just kind of reverse the tones I had in mind. Because if I just... Okay, hold on. Forgot that it's not right click here. I'm just going to color in the entire jacket real quick. Mostly for isolation purposes. So that I can like alpha lock it and work from there. He is very cute, so that's at least a good thing. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Connor's design for this, but like I do really like the uniform he gets in game. I think it's really fitting for him, and I like me a good suit and tie, honestly. I just like me a good suit and tie. Color. Color. There we go. And then this got a little darker. That's nice, yeah. Like that. That's good. What are they talking about out there? I hope that they're not being picked up on the mic with my mom and stepdad, or I think in the living room chatting. Oh wait, Mark's probably watching the game and doing laundry stuff. I think this is pretty cool, honestly. He's a good goober. Good little guy. Oh, right, I've got to do the fucking armband. I nearly forgot about the armband. Well, I've got a couple things to do, actually. Why is this at 99%? When did I... Allow me to do that. I'll quickly color in the LED a little bit more proper. Well, I think that works well, but don't know anywhere else I could put the LED without looking at the bald spot. Oh, damn. Wrong layer. I'm still the eraser man. Alright, and I've just gotta make the armband real quick. Okay, this I do really like how this is turning out. He's pretty cute. He's pretty damn cute. I'm not considering the intended purpose is kind of leaning towards the detective android at this point. I'm not sure cute is what you want, but I mean, it is under the guise of prototype. Could be fucking trying anything, you know? It's Wild West out there. Goober. I couldn't figure out what color I'm gonna make the tie. I'm inclined to go for this darker gray, but I feel like that falls a little too close to Connor for my tastes. Actually, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I will add a couple details to this, although. Where is just a... Here's what I'm looking for. Okay. 400. Okay, that's a good little goober. I will add a new layer for the stuff I'm about to do, but first and foremost, I've got to get like a deep reddish brown. This works. I just find it fun how my favorite bits of art whenever I do these streams is always just like, yeah, it's fucked up looking, but it's cute at least. That's kind of how I design everything, honestly. It's fucked up looking, but it's cute at least. I really should have saturated that more. A little more that way, make it more that way. Okay, now I think I saturated that too much. That's a lot better. Ah, it's cute. I think this is... Okay, so this is our layer of all that, so I'm gonna grab a white. What? When did you turn overlay? No, normal. That's multiply. Normal. Oh my Beavis Bice. It's cute, yeah. Alright, and then I've got a new layer for the hair. Mostly because the hair is gonna be kind of specific. Also, I got a haircut this Friday, I believe it was. And I got the same lady I did last time, and I just had to be like, hey, girly, don't touch my floof. Because I have, like, I'd just say kind of like peach fuzz all around my jawline. I like the texture of it, it's fluffy, and, you know, wee euphoria for the wee little guy. So, and she had shaved part of it off last time. I was like, hey, no touchy, okay? No touchy. I always feel nervous going to hair salons. But I'm also worried that, like, they'll feminize me, considering I actively present feminine still. At least I sure look it. I don't willingly present feminine. I'm not, like, going out in skirts and stuff. I'm just a guy. I still look like I still just look like a girl who wears, like, t-shirts and stuff. Fix my posture, man. My spine is fucked. My spine is fucked in every way that matters. He. I don't know what the hell's going on in the living room right now. So now that I'm not using Spotify, now that I'm just worried that, like, an ad is gonna pop up in the middle of the video that I'm using for background music. I'm sure it won't, but that lingering concern is still there, you know? Also, this is too light for the hair color I was looking for. But it's fine. It should work for a minute at least. Just realized my drawing tablet has been slowly turning diagonal. You feel bonita? Alright, alpha lock. A little darker. That is. I accidentally turned on the. There we go, alpha lock. I accidentally turned on the clipping mask. I did not mean to turn on the clipping mask. Alright. And. Now. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the opacity of this. And, like, use this tool for a chunk of it. This is a lot closer to IRL Nikko in appearance. IRL, I've got still short hair, bleached part of it, you know, all that. All that jazz. I end up at erasers. Should I add the Leo Halo here? I find it funny how most people have been just like, ugh, everyone's just getting this hairstyle because of her, but also like, she rocks it. I'll definitely say that she absolutely rocks that hairstyle. Nah. I'll just add a little more detail to the blonde pieces here. He's cute. It's just a baby. We do gotta real quick, add this here. I forgot to do it earlier. Baby. Yeah, he's genuinely adorable. This was a great idea. Your keyboard shortcut. Oh, Control T. I just hit T, and that's just your basic transform. That's not what I want to do. There we go. See, just a baby. Should I make this band blue? That's not the color I want. What is going on with that? Hello? Did I just pick something weird? Did I do something weird? Huh? What is going on now? That's normal. That's not. That's normal. You know, fine, I'll just use this. I'll add a quick little streak here. Mostly because I want more blue. I like vibrant colors. Is this something realistically that would be on Cyberlife? I don't think so, but do I care? Not really. They're making fan characters bitches. Not canon. I think it looks that bad. Actually, no, that's hideous. No, gone. What I can see is like this. There we go. Yeah, that's cute. Just a little here, little here. Then I'll just fix up some color overfill from when I was roughly coloring everything in. Nudge that down a little bit for just a tiny bit of shading. Alright, I think that is pretty done. I will slightly make that just for a tiny bit of shading. Tiny bit of shading. know why it's doing that. And I accidentally made the brush overlay? Or what's going on? I don't know. I don't really care either. I'm just gonna grab this and continue on. Alright, let me just get this. Control G. Goober. Oh, and I'll go here and just kind of like nudge this elsewhere. I like that, yeah. Control Shift A. Alright, Scrimbles time. So I am gonna search up. I'm gonna first try and figure out drawing some of these guys. So let's start with Connor. Fucking idiot. Love this man in the same way that you like love a wet dog. Oh, it's kind of just like I'm gonna gooberfy him first. When in doubt, gooberfy him. Your circle. Da, 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 da. Guys with short hair is the worst because I never know what the fuck to do with it. Say that as a guy with short hair. Or that's got that like fucking slick back. So there's a stark issue of my style is very squishy and cartoony. Detroit Become Human is not. I gotta figure out how to translate very human looking features to squeeze. To squeege. Kind of why starting with a goober is probably a good idea. I find it kind of interesting how he's got like a widow's peak. Or well, more like at that point, just like fucking warp. My man's got an M. That's way too dark. Man's got a merp. I have no genuine idea why it's doing that. That's why. How did that happen? Try to stop being weird. He's a very polite young man. I think that looks decently recognizable as Connor. He is generic guy, TM. He does have freckles. I can work with that. I love freckles. I may be biased as someone whose body is covered fucking head to toe in them, but freckles on characters is adorable. I just realized I never gave this fucking freckles. Anyways. Uber. Hee. Very polite little guy. Not gonna try outfits at this moment. What really scares me is doing Hank, because if there's one thing I'm really bad at, it's fucking beards. Oh, this is cute art. Oh, it's Japanese. Got some real cute art in some of these, honestly. What is going on here? I'm not gonna ask. In front of my salad? Okay, I'm accidentally going gay with it. I keep forgetting that in the fucking game, there's a chance for Hank to commit suicide. So used to seeing him in button-ups, I was so confused when I first saw him in a hoodie, because I never saw this version. I just straight up never saw that version of him, because every time I've just deviated Connor. I think this happens if you don't deviate. Okay. This man's pretty scraggly, honestly. I don't think it'll be that hard. I hate how so many of these are from Pinterest, because that means I have no idea where the original artist is from. Okay, I've actually started just straight up looking at art, but it's cute. In defense, this art is fun. I'm not gonna ask any questions at this point. Stop looking at fucking fan art right now. Hell. Okay, yeah. I think I've got the idea. Going through fan art aside, a lot of this is, like, super cute. I love how much of this fandom just went, yeah, let's be wholesome. So I find it very funny, no matter what I'm doing, like, I will always randomly find Gavin and RK900 stuff. Like, man, I didn't even know nines existed. I never get any bad endings in this game. You know what? I want to know where this art is from. It's on fucking Pinterest again, man. It's on Pinterest again. But also, this is some banger art. Okay, looks like the main thing with Connor real quick is that he's just got a... His hair is just weird. As a short hair haver whose hair refuses to behave in most cases. Mood. You got this weird little tuft. I like his weird little tuft. It's just net pretty scraggly. Oh, this is fucking banger. Oh, it's a poster on Amazon. I know damn well that artist isn't getting anything. Man, I love going through to try to become human fan art, because you get some banger art and then you get depression. Okay, I think I've got the information I need. remember like mustache-based stuff. Okay, yeah, does kind of. The main thing is he's just kind of got scraggle everywhere. Something I find funny about my art style is that I just have like 10 different versions of it, depending on the day. A weird middle part, don't he? Oh, it's like a slight side part. He got scraggle to him. I know earlier I'd seen a thing where seen some art where it's like you actually have to go get like proper clothes, Connor. You are literally not cyberlife property anymore. And the funny thing with it was that Connor had Hank go with him for a makeover. Which honestly, this man does need. He is so scraggly. Like, lovingly, he does need to go get a haircut. I'll say I love the scraggle for him, but also, like, he does need a haircut desperately. Can't ignore your problems forever, sir. You have to go clean yourself eventually. Like, some of this is, like, in front of my salad, man. In front of my salad? Do still absolutely adore this game. I've accidentally just gotten through looking at fan art, but in my defense, there is two distinct sides of this fandom. The ones where it's like, yeah, Hank and Connor are father and son, then the ones that are like, make them kiss. I'm of the opinion of father and son, but like y'all are free to believe whatever the hell. Why is there so much angst? My front of my salad. I always love whenever I see people make the DBH colors, sure. Androids blush blue, because just that what if we are assuming that they share same method of blushing as humans. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do a rough color. I just got like lightish brown hair. Oh, mid brack. Okay, yeah, my brain isn't. It just isn't. Okay, he's pretty pale. He's just pretty pale. Rainbow. I think Hank is a little darker than Connor, ain't he? similar-ish in skin tone based on all the art I'm seeing. I think he's slightly darker. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. Yeah, that feels right. And then obviously gotta just... Gotta get the blushies. And then I gotta get, like, a light gray for her hair here. Little old man. Yeah, I don't think that went too bad in terms of, like, figuring out drawing these characters. That's always the worst part when I get into a fandom, because I'm like, how do I draw these guys? And especially translating it to my goofy goober-ass style. It's hard to get a character likeness, right? Just realized I gave him no life in his eyes. He's just staring blankly. Just a little bit, at least. Alright. I'm not gonna try and figure out anyone else, mostly because I don't want to try and figure out Kara. And these two are my favorites. I am biased for these two. Okay, yeah, I'm normal. I'm a normal, sane person. I'm gonna go quickly slam with homeless goober. Hee. Right? Deviant doodling time. We're not run. I think I'm doing pretty good on the yapping front. Okay. Slightly. Drop Connor in his fuck ass beanie. Whatever. I don't know at this point. very angular, so I can work with that in my favor. So much of this art is just Hank and Connor together. That looks fucking weird. His nose is too high. Yoink. What's wrong? That's the whole drawing poses thing. Doo-doo. So do you like how Connor's like deviant clothes is basically just a hoodie and vibes? That guy literally just went, I think this works. I mean, it does work, at least. Like, it's pretty convincing. He's not very convincing. He's a fucking dumbass, but, you know. Actually gave him, like, way shorter and stockier legs than I intended, but I'm lazy, so I'm not fixing it. Hold on, what would that be? So, that's pinky, those two, pointer. I've made his fingers way too thin right there, but that's fine. I can fix that. So something funny to me is that I talked about it in my server earlier, but on Hank's desk, with the note that says we don't bleed the same color, uh, I realized he actually spells it in the British/Canadian way, color. Because usually in the US, you spell color like this. No U, just two O's. In Canada and Britain, or more accurately just called the British spelling, you spell it with a U. His notably had a U in it, and I'm just don't know why. I'm guessing it was a dev oversight, because that is the kind of random thing to fixate on. But like, I find the idea funny of him fighting an English autocorrect. Like, no, I'm spelling it the right way, you fucking piece of shit. He hates tech for money reasons, and one of them is to keep trying to fix his spelling. He's bald. He's bald and he's torturing people who have hair. With his fuck ass tooth. My boy needs some love, honestly. He's seen hell already. Hell, what kind of shoes does he wear? Is it boots or sneakers? I'm gonna be inclined to say boots. I'm just gonna give him boots. I'm not having him barefoot. He's not having his dogs out. I don't think he'd keep his normal shoes if he's going out as a deviant, so I think I'll just give him some generic boots. Generic boots. Just generic boot. Bing, bing, bing. Dun, dun, dun. You know what? I am gonna quickly just erase this line and slightly maneuver him a little. I feel like he looks a little bit more like he's sitting flat against something on the ground. That's beanie. That's white. That is white. I don't want white. I want. What else should I doodle? Okay, I've got a stupid idea. If I remember right, Connor's just a little taller than Hank. I think a lot of these show Connor's actually a little shorter. Is he a little shorter? Damn, I think he is. I swore Connor was 6'1" and Hank was 6, but maybe I'm wrong. Still find this funny. Stupid robot son. Hank. Connor's actually slightly shorter than Hank. Interesting. Oh, banger art. This has accidentally become Meowr looks at fan art. But, like, that wasn't intentional. Meowr looks at fan art. Whoops. Oh my god. Yeah, this has accidentally just become Meowr looks at fan art. But in my defense, dog. Yeah, okay, I think Hank is actually slightly taller than Connor, so maybe they are a lot closer in height in game. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't really look at height that much unless I'm like physically talking to someone and notice I'm short. "27 stab." Also, I'm sad. I've interrogated that one person, that one in-game character twice, and I never got that scene. I wonder what exactly you have to do to get that, because it's funny. Yeah, I'll do one of his jacket forms for the sake of ease. Oh, is he usually wearing like a t-shirt under it? Oh, that'd make a lot of sense. What? Who sent me a DM now? Oh, I have a random at from server I don't care about. Okay. We back. I'll just do, I think this is his raincoat variation. Might be the winter coat. I'm not too certain. I don't really care that much. Don't like that mouth. You wouldn't actually call him LT. I just don't want to write out Lieutenant right now. Give me this. Hold on. I can just grab all this. What the fuck else is apparently? What did I touch all the way over there? Oh, I actually hit select all. Everything. Control Shift A is deselect everything. What the fuck was that ping I just saw? I think that was from Steam. That was interesting. And get his dumbass robot son. What else do I doodle? Maybe doodle some more of this goober. That that is not a G. I'm normal. Something I should real quickly do is go into the line art, alpha lock that. It'd be like a light gray and color in the pants portion. I should probably just pick up straight up white again. I'm usually a big fan of using straight up white for this, but like it is a very dark color, so yeah, just real quickly do a little cleanup because this line. There's that one really. Goober alert! Goober alert! Alright, let's do another layer. Why the fuck do I have another ping? I should just checking my phone at this point. It should be showing up on my phone. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna just actually. I forgot the notification on my phone don't show up if you're logged into the respective account. Oh, what the fuck is it? Oh, it's Ren. Ren streaming! Ren be streaming! Ren be aiming. Ren be cute. Alright, let me figure out something else to doodle. I can doodle this goober for sure. The goober, the goobering. Oh, there's something weird happening in the kitchen right now. What the hell is happening in the kitchen, man? That's a little too extreme of an angle for the goofy goober I'm going for. I gave him shoulder pads, which I'm not against, actually. That's about right. I do gotta do this weird for dangle. There we go, LED. It's too wide now. 1 minute. Look your entire self. That is an upside down eye. I accidentally made an exclamation point. I think his arm is too long now. Let me just yoink. Control T. Oh. That's annoying. I don't know why I was doing that all of a sudden, but sure. Okay. Head is also too wide, idiot. Okay, nothing flew by my window. I was confused for a minute. Hi. Assholes. Like the open mouth smile, so I'm just gonna go meep meep blurp. Doodling the goobering. Goober detected. Goober detected. Yay. Alright, let's continue on here. Maybe it's because I don't have anyone to actively yap at here, but I'm sleepy. I don't know what this at was about. Alright, so... I know how to draw dogs, so I'm just gonna kind of bullshit something out. I'll actually search it up in a minute, but like for now, I want to see how close I get. Contained, idiot. Dog. I forgot I had it open to this fucking image. I feel like at some point I should just do a meow where it goes through fan art thing, because this is, I love all this. What the hell's this here? Aw. I don't think it's ever assumed. I think that does look like it's the fandom website, which is up for debate sometimes. I'm done asking questions at this point. I've just accidentally gone through fan art again. What the hell's I can't read any of this. Open image, a new tab specifically. You think I basically have the dog right, nonetheless, because this is a very similar scribble type style to mine. I'll be accidentally just going through fan art again. I saw this image earlier. This is pretty fucking funny. You think I basically have the dog right? I mean, there's only so many different ways to draw a dog, I guess. This accidentally turned into I'm going through fan art. I always love these, like, I love Hank's sticky notes, honestly. There's so many ways to passively show, like, a character, and I think that was one of the best ways, in my opinion, because it shows Hank, like, fucking tried. He tried your usual methods of, like, self-help, and then just went, nah, this is not for me. But as someone who's basically been through that, because those methods, I tried to use them to self-regulate, and then I fail miserably. Yeah, that's basically just the average situation for me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try the thing. The thing failed. Oh no. One of my favorite ways of passive storytelling in that game. Just sticky notes. Like, that is a genuine way to help in some cases, affirmations, but when it comes to Hank, he's just not the kind of guy they'd work on. Like, I can't say I'm surprised they failed. Because it's also sometimes like a band-aid solution to a knife wound problem. I'm out of ideas to doodle, so I'm just gonna start going through fan art because it's cute. Honor just be like that. Squeegee. We're back here. Every time, no matter what I search up, this fucking meme comes up. As long as it's the trip become human related, I always get this damn meme. Is this Hank being drunk again? Oh wait, no. It's this image. Drunk ass, drunk ass. Ish. Okay, enough fan art again. Just I'm just getting into non-Detroit stuff now. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's Swansea. Aw. How did I recognize Swansea faster than I did Daisuke? Very crunchy. Oh, it's fucking Wattpad. We are not going on Wattpad right now. You all have seen enough of me and my feralness some days. You know what? Yeah, Hank could absolutely rock a fucking man bun. Or, well, more like man ponytail at that point. I'm just gonna put this on the background and get back to doodling. So this is the first page, Control G, and hide. Okay, I'm actually gonna doodle that for Hank. I need to try and do a more to, like, in my full art style of these guys. Hank's very angular, like even compared to Connor. Might also just be because of the beard, though. It's mostly probably because of the beard, but you know. What kind of eye shape do I think this guy would have? Whenever I'm trying to figure out making characters into my own style, I always have to be like, okay, eye shape, what the fuck am I doing? Because that's always the main problem, because my art style is so heavy on the eyes. I think it'd be a very, like, flat slanted. He's tired, so I don't think it'd be too, like, joyous or anything. I do think I put his nose too low here. Hold on. Let me nudge that up a little bit before I continue on here. Okay, give me that eye again. Control P again. He doesn't give me, like, any form of additional wings or lashes. He does give me, though, eye bags. Not sure how most people do eye bags, but I think I do mine a little funny. Mostly because it is based on my own. I'm not too certain how normal mine are. Mine are just fucking genetic. I sleep fine, but I have some real deep eye bags. I think, if I remember right, Hank's got some, like, greenish blue eyes last I checked. I didn't look at them too hard. I might be gay, but I'm not that gay. I also just don't like eye contact. Okay, his eyes are too small, certainly. So give me that, Control T, rotate, configure. Command C, B, T, loop. It always looks kind of funny at first, but it does get better. Control Shift T. Nope. Control T. Wait, no. Control Shift A. There we go. Eraser time. Gotta remove the merp. And then I can always just work this a little bit just after, right after. That method gets you damn close, but doesn't get you perfect. So because the human eye is weird as fuck. Eyeballs in perspective is weird. Like, they are technically just an orb, but, like, everything around the orb is weird. And I just realized I should probably real quickly add definition here. That often guides where the eye sits. I think the music I picked is making me sleepy. It does mean it was a decent choice for a low-down Meowware stream, but, like, still. Do I have a liquefy tool on here? I forget. Hold on. select, Control T, right click. Oh, and I definitely gotta go to tool options for that, yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's just like a game of nudging until it looks good. More accurately, it looks about the same as the other side. I also gotta. I'm gonna have to finish connecting that, it looks. But I don't want it to be like super close to itself. Okay, I think I can fix that up. And yeah, that's about right. I mean, it's not perfect, but this is Doodle, so it doesn't have to be. Is it too high, too low? There's something weird going on here, but that's not my problem. At least not at this point. Oh, I think his head looks too tall. Yeah, that was definitely it. I love how I'm the type of person who can look at my art and go, something's weird. Do I know what? No. Oh, I have another ping. Now, let me check what the fuck that is. It's another ping is... Oh, it's a schedule. Damn. Friend's got a banger schedule. Nonetheless. I'm just gonna continue what I was doing. One thing I can definitely say for certain is I'm able to break out the real bushy brows for this guy. Hot minute since I've done like any proper art, I'll say that for sure. I've been a little demotivated for the actual art portion. Oh, Spoon's playing Overwatch. Only mildly judging him for that. Them, him, I don't know. What is the Spoon gender? I think that's a he, him, right? I don't know. I don't give a fuck to check right now. I'll check later for certain, though. Whenever I do hairstyles that have characters, like, putting their hair back, I know that I tend to kind of, like, chunk together hair segments. So, like, I find that the easiest way to figure out where hair is meant to look like it's going, you know? Even if I don't think it's the most organic look. I mean, it kind of has the implication of bro was using a hairbrush to put it all back, which would make sense, but, you know. Gotta account for the flyaways. Y'all think he's a scrunchy or a hair tie kind of guy? Or like a secret third option? That's too low. I don't really like the shape of it anyway. I feel like he wouldn't want to admit it, but he gives me scrunchy vibes. Something about his vibe tells me he'd be a scrunchy person. I even like the Visco Girl way. I think he'd just prefer less hair tension on stuff when he does it like this. As someone who used to have decently long hair, or at least long enough to put it back consistently, it can be real uncomfortable if you have a too tight hair tie, and I found scrunchies were often tolerable. Which is saying something. Ignore I keep accidentally hitting Control Shift T instead of Control Shift A. My brain is not working today, I think. To that old man. Fine, mostly because I want to adjust the positioning of this a little. Gotta go quickly erase the jawline stuff in here. Yeah, it's a scraggly old man right there. I got the slightest angle. That was weird. I don't know why my crit is doing weird shit today, but I mean, I won't stop it. I am gonna check something. I know that fandom generally has physiological details, so let me go all the way up to see. Webb, Nick Anderson. Yeah, that was definitely the fandom wiki. The thing with this is everyone can edit it, so some people, you know, determinate. Determinate mean? Hold on. Oh, so it's like a possibility. Okay. Okay, yeah, it is blue. I swore it was like a bluish green hue, but I can work with just blue. I'm just really bad at seeing colors sometimes, honestly. For like a solid teal. Uh, nope, oh, that's just on eraser. Okay, good. Okay, and then I've got this. Checking something. Don't mind me just opening my voice meter potato there. I just want to make sure of something. My mother's being very loud in the other room again, so I'm just like, I should probably use this one. This would work better. I'll kind of give the faded in look, but she'll bear off with this. Oh boy. Alright, now it's time to just full color it in here. Oh man, my wrist is hurting. I might end stream a tiny smidge early because of that. It has been a hot minute since I've been drawing on the drawing tablet. Which makes sense. It is starting to hurt. I think I'll do his hippie one off of memory. Or maybe I shouldn't do it off of memory. I think you know roughly what it looked like, mostly because I was biased and picked it every time, but I'm giving him a green one. You're getting a scrunchie that matches your eye color, dweeb. Okay, let me get a very light blue. Nice thing about eye whites is that, like, as long as you pick a similar-ish color every time, I'm not taking notice if different characters have slightly different ones because you were lazy. I think that might be a little too green. I mean, that's fine. I think that looks enough like blue to be passable, right? Really old man. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly look up what his hippie shirt looks like. Oh, here's the concept art. Alright, yeah, I think... Okay, it's pretty ugly, but, like, I will say I've definitely seen worse fashion. Alright, so it's just kind of like a weird purpley, dark purplish tone. Pretty saturated dark purple and like a bunch of... I'm on the wrong layer. And a bunch of like peace signs and a sort of yellow. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let's just pick a mostly white. Now you've turned that into a basketball, dumbass. Almost in every playthrough I've picked his hippie shirt because I like it. I'm totally unbiased, so... find that little thing you can do in game fun. Like, it has no effect on the story. You just get to pick a shirt for him. Kind of sweet, actually. Alright. A little self-indulgent-y, maybe. Do I care? Also, not really. Well, not really, also, just kind of really. Not really. I think at this point figured out my brain stopped processing stuff an hour ago. This is pretty cute. My tablet's gone diagonal again. Oh, Ren's open VTube Studio. You can just barely see that, yeah. Oh, shit. I will real quickly do that. And pick a, like, darker red tone to color this in with instead of the black. It's like eye bags. It's not like... you're not meant to look like death. You're just meant to look kind of fucking tired. Alright. Hee. Oof, my hand really does hurt. I think I'm probably gonna end off for today there, then. So I'm gonna turn that off. And... boop. I am a little tired today, so I'm gonna write a message. Hey, it worked! That's a miracle. Okay. Let's see who is streaming. I think. Oh, me. It's just chatting. Okay, yeah, I can definitely rate into him. I'm gonna let the ads go through real quick. Raid. Yeah. As I wait through the ads, thank you all for being here today. I will see you all next time, and I'm not sure what I will be playing. It will probably be Detroit Become Human again. I've still got to finish up my worst case playthrough. I am through my ads now. Ren is just chilling, it looks. So, you know what time it is? Damn right, it's raid time. Goodbye, everybody!